The thinking it through questions on page 13 allow you to practice determining the physician's fee based on the three factors that we've discussed earlier. I'm going to work through the first two, and then you can work through the remaining two to check your understanding. Now here we have a sample relative value units chart, and it's working with 5 CPT codes, one for the repair of a heart vessel fistula, one for a coronary artery correction, one for a coronary artery graft, one for an office visit for a new patient with a detailed history and exam, one for an office visit for a new patient with a comprehensive history and exam. And these are the relative value units. This is the work relative value unit, this is the practice expense relative value unit, and this is the malpractice expense relative value unit. Now, based on the locations, we have 4 different locations here: San Francisco, Manhattan, New York, Columbus, Ohio, and Galveston, Texas. And here we are given the geographic index for each area for work, practice expense, and malpractice. And remember to convert these values to a value that's relevant for that location. We are going to multiply the relative value unit by the GPCI. And notice that California's is higher than New York's. New York's is higher than Columbus, Ohio, and Columbus, Ohio is higher than Galveston, Texas. So they adjust that based on the geographic location. Now, the first one says to determine the cost for an office visit for a new patient with a detailed history and exam and low complexity decision making in Manhattan, New York. So that's going to take us to 99,203, an office visit for a new patient with a detailed history and exam. And these are the relative value units that we're going to use for that procedure. This patient is in Manhattan, New York, so these are the geographic conversion indexes that we're going to use for that procedure. Now, the formula to determine the cost for this procedure is work plus practice expense plus malpractice times the conversion factor. And of course, we have multiplied the work times the geographic index for each one. So this is how we start. Work relative value unit times the work GCPI equals the work component of this formula. So when we're looking at this, the practice expense relative value unit times the practice expense GCPI will give you the practice expense index. And the malpractice relative value unit times the malpractice geographic index will give you the malpractice component of this formula. Now we multiply all of that times a conversion factor. The conversion factor for all of the problems in this thinking it through is 34.7315. Now I do caution you, do not round off anything until you have completely finished all of the calculations. So we start here with 99,203. Relative value unit is 1.34 times the work GCPI for Manhattan, 1.093, gives you 1.46462. And you have to use that entire amount. Don't round off. Next, we do the practice expense. So for that procedure, the practice expense is 0.64. The geographic adjustment for the practice expense is 1.353. We multiply and you get 0.86592. That's plugged in for the practice expense. Finally, the malpractice, 0.05 times the geographic index, 1.654, gives you 0.0827. You plug that amount in. Now we're going to add each of these amounts, and when you add them, you're going to get 2.41324. We need to convert this to a dollar amount because we know this procedure costs more than $2.41. So we multiply it times the conversion factor that converts it to a dollar amount. The conversion factor is 34.7315. We multiply, and now you round off. $83.82 is what the physician would charge for this procedure, 99203. We look at the next one, and that is B. With B, we have a coronary artery graft in San Francisco, California. So a coronary artery graft in San Francisco, California, the code is going to be 33503. And we follow the same steps. So for 33503, 21.76, because this is a much more complicated procedure, times the work GPCI gives you 23.23926. Remember, we don't round off. Next, for that procedure, we use the practice expense, which is 26, times the geographic index unit, which is 1.299, and that gives us 33.774. Finally, the malpractice is going to be 4.07 times the geographic adjustment, 0.667. That gives us 2.71469. Add each of the different values together, convert it to a monetary amount by multiplying it times the conversion factor, and for that procedure, the physician would charge $2,074.44. Now for homework, you have case 6.3, example A. Montville health plans allowed charges are the basis for the billing. So for code 99203, it would be $89. For code 90700, it would be $87. So the total allowed charge would be $176. The payer's allowed charges is 89 plus 87. And remember that the plan only pays 80%. So the payer would pay $140.80 of that $176. The patient is going to pay the remaining 20%, or $35.20. Now everyone should have at least one problem correct for this week's homework, because I've just given you the answer right here.